when a woman hears those words, you have breast cancer, she embarks on both a physical journey, which the steps of which might be sort of reasonably obvious, but there's an emotional journey as well.
I actually joked as we walked into the offices to get the thing that I'd be really annoyed if it was something serious, because we've got 3 daughters and our youngest one's intellectually disabled, and she'd left home 8 months beforehand, and so we were just having some time to ourselves, and this was supposed to be our time to enjoy ourselves.
When I was told, I just said to this doctor, is that right? I think the shield went up. I went into denial, and he says, do you understand what I've just told you? And I said, yes, I'm fully aware of what you've just said. And it was denial, I think.
I felt like I was an observer sitting up on the roof of the room looking down, not being quite able to comprehend what I was hearing. So there was quite a lot of shock and thinking, how can this be?
Up until 2 weeks ago, it was a fit, healthy 46-year-old, and then all of a sudden you've been told you've got cancer. So
it wasn't so much shock, it was more, oh my God, this is it. You know, I'm going to lose her. What do I do now? Just a complete adrenaline rush. Physically the heart beating fast and all that sort of thing.
I didn't even cry, I didn't, things have touched me since and I've cried, but not at the time. I was too busy trying to staunch my way through the reality of having a death sentence there,
Instantly I felt sorry for myself, really selfish. But when you do love someone so much, and she really is the cornerstone of our family.
Our little boy wasn't even 3 when we were going through all of this, and it took us 9 years to conceive our son, so there were lots of things going through my mind that, this has got to be okay because I want to be around for him.
Basically, I just looked at my husband and went, oh shit. He was nearly crying, but I'm a bit weird. I don't cry when I'm in that sort of situation. I just sort of put like a wall up, and I don't let myself feel too much in that moment, so to speak.
The phone rang, so I went out, and Kat's on the phone and tells me that she's been diagnosed with breast cancer. I says I'll be home as soon as I can.
I stayed inside. I remember staying inside thinking, I wasn't going back to work. Don't open the windows, because if my mum goes past, she'll know I'm home and she'll stop in. So, I just waited till Gavin got on the next flight from Auckland back to Palmerston.
That was the end of our lives as we knew it at that stage.
There's a very immediate reaction when people hear the word cancer to think doom and gloom. And in fact, most women who get breast cancer will not die from breast cancer. So that's a very empowering message, I think, for women to have in terms of how they deal with the next few steps of what they have to go through.
Quite a normal reaction for some women is that they've got to find out as much information as they possibly can, and that can result in going on to some websites that are not particularly helpful, in fact can be more harmful. So we have the Step by Step by BCAC, which is a fantastic tool for women. It also has a diary in there so they can actually put their thoughts down and reminders, and has some really good information, practical information.
They need to ask about how the cancer develops, what the real risks are of it spreading, how it spreads, and then how much benefit there is from treatment, what side effects there are from treatment, those sorts of things.
My partner Rowan was with me every time, and I can't say enough to people, say don't do this by yourself, you need somebody there, mainly because what's being told you is probably the worst thing in the world, and you don't know what to say, and you're not listening properly.
You're taking in so much, and you've got the feelings that are rushing through your body. I mean, you think about your children, your family. Your mind sort of switches off, and you just can't take any more in. So it's great to have that other person there, and then at the end of the day, when you're discussing it, you know, they can say, well, you know, that wasn't what was said, this is what was said, and, you know, you can, you know, recall things together.
It was something that we needed to deal with, and we were going to deal with it together, and he was right there asking all the questions for me, remembering what the doctor said, because even though I was asking questions, I wasn't really listening to what they were saying. I was listening for what I wanted them to say.
We tend to be concerned if they do come alone. They really do need some support there, because it is, you know, it's a big discussion.
Even though instinctively and intuitively I knew it was something not good, I decided to just brave it out and not take anybody with me, and, you know, we'd take it from them.
I try to have them leave with a date for their surgery, because obviously that's the next question, when is it going to happen? So we don't go in too much depth about things because they've just been told they have a cancer, and most times everything else is kind of gone out their mind because they've just heard that word cancer. But if we can give them some direction and some dates, I think that's really important, so that they can actually plan their life and their family needs around their surgery.